British Conservatives MP Bob Blackman has strongly raised the issue of atrocities against Hindus and the arrest of ISKCON priest and monk Chinmoy Krishna and said that it is unacceptable that religious minorities are persecuted in this way. He said that Hindus across Bangladesh are being subjected to death by their houses being burned and their temples being burned. Let us listen into what he said.
Now, right now, Mr. Speaker, the International Society of Krishna Consciousness, who run Bhaktivinoda Manor in Elstree, the largest Hindu temple in this country, in Bangladesh, their spiritual leader is under arrest. Hindus across Bangladesh are being subject literally to death by their houses being burnt, their temples are being burnt, and there was an attempt today in the Bangladesh High Court to rule that ISKCON should be banned from the country. This is a direct attack on Hindus. Now, this is a threat from India now to take action. We have a responsibility because we enable Bangladesh to be free and independent. Now, whatever the change of government has been in Bangladesh, it cannot be acceptable that religious minorities are persecuted in this way. So far, we've only had a written statement from the FCDO. So could the leader enable an oral statement on the floor of this House so it can bring to the world's attention what is going on in Bangladesh?
But he's absolutely right to highlight these issues. We support freedom of religion, belief everywhere, and that includes in Bangladesh. And I will certainly ask the Foreign Office to look into whether they can come forward with a statement about what's happening to Hindus in Bangladesh.
We have with us Brian Thomas on the telecast. Brian, now we are seeing the British MP Bob Blackman has condemned attacks on Hindus in Bangladesh and arrest of Chinmoy Das, and he has stated that it cannot be acceptable. So what's the latest that's coming in?
Well, British, Conservative MP Bob Blackman has now condemned the ongoing atrocities against Hindus in Bangladesh and even the arrest of Chinmoy Krishna as attacks on minority communities also persist under UNICEF's leadership. Now, he was also speaking on the issue. He, who represents the Harrow East, stated that he condemns the attack on Hindus in Bangladesh and the imprisonment of Chinmoy Krishna and he's also, concerned by the attempt in the High Court to rule the ISKCON should be banned from the country as well. And he says that freedom of religion must also be preserved globally, and his remarks also rather very importantly comes amidst the growing international concerns over the plight of minority groups in Bangladesh, and his call for action coincides with a similar appeal by African-American singer and actress Mary Milvin also, who voiced her support for the Hindu community and denounced the persecution of minorities in the country as well. Yes, Ria.
Brian, when it comes to British MP statement, we've also seen Sheikh Hasina reacted to that, and she slammed UNIS government and over the atrocities being faced by Hindus in Bangladesh. So we continue to see these developments taking place in Bangladesh with attacks and atrocities against Hindus.
We have been seeing that world leaders were condemning this very violence that has happened. You talk about ISKCON also when they have released statements also regarding the atrocities and the banning of ISKCON in Bangladesh as well. And even now, Sheikh Hasina also, who was leading her Awami League also, she was also earlier also she was she was removed from her post, and she was even led to fled Bangladesh, and now the interim government that is led by Mohammad Yunus is also working. And yes, Sheikh Hasina has condemned this move also of the arrest of ISKCON leader Chinmoy Krishna that happened, and not just her. There have been many world leaders, many leaders who are condemning the attack. You talk about ME has also, the Ministry of External Affairs of India has also condemned this attack and even gave a response to this plight that is happening and the atrocities that is happening against Hindus in Bangladesh. Ria.
Brian, stay with us. We also have with us Arvind Tejawat. He's an international affairs expert on the telecast with us. Arvind Tejawat, good morning to you. Now we're seeing that British MP Bob Blackman has condemned this incidents that attacks on Hindus in Bangladesh, and when it comes to arrest of Chinmoy Das, the ISKCON monk. And we continue to see these developments take place in Bangladesh with attacks and atrocities against Hindus in Bangladesh. So what's your take on that?
Very good morning, Ria. You are right. And actually, I believe that at the moment, the Bangladeshi government is not respecting even a minimum human rights. And the minimum human rights, and if the person is willing to follow their beliefs, and if some Hindus over there, if they wish to follow their culture and their religious base, then I suppose the present government is not favoring such kind of people due to some malified intention and due to their vested interest, which is lying in their powers. They are the power seekers people who are willing to mobilize the Bangladeshi population, the Bangladeshi Muslim population, and what they are doing for their all selfishness is not good at all, and never ever can be appreciated. So Bob said the same thing in a British Parliament, and Bob said that if someone is willing to follow their religious beliefs, then no government, not even any a single country or their government has right to stop these people. And the Chinmoy Krishna has been arrested over there, which is not even the Indian government. The spokesperson condemned the Bangladeshi government's move, the recent move. So it can never ever be accepted. And being a responsible neighbor, the India must condemn such act in much harsh words, because actually if the Bangladesh shall remain disturbed, then finally it will affect the India also. Yeah. So what I believe.
We've also seen that momentum is being gained about over the fact that there's atrocities being faced by Hindu community in Bangladesh.
Yes, yeah. Even the Sri Krishna government was elected by the democratic process, and even the present government is not having the public support officially, because the present government did not face any election over there, and I doubt that these people who are holding the government at the moment and who is holding the power at the moment are not willing to go to the people and to be elected in a constitutional way. Even in the present situation, even the Bangladesh is not having even a constitution. So all the democratic institutions has been failed over there, and this is the signal of a failed state, which is going to be a failed state, where even the judiciary is not working very well. Even judiciary is not strong enough to protect the public's rights and the people's right over there. So I suppose it's going to be a failed state, and which is not good for the Bangladeshi people. And personally, I visited Bangladesh in 2012.
Arvind Tejawat, when it comes to this, all of these incidences that are taking place, how do you think that India must send a clear or unambiguous message to UNIS government in all of this?
Right, yeah. Yes, I'm telling you the same thing. I told you that in 2012 when I visited Bangladesh, and I found that Yunus was not that person. He is working differently. He is working totally differently at the moment. The Yunus was believed to be a progressive person, but due to the vested interest, actually he has. So I suppose the Indian government should send a strong message to Muhammad Yunus, that if he will continue the same policy, then the India is not going to tolerate it, and definitely India should not tolerate it, because in 1971 even the Indira government sent a clear message to that time the Pakistani government, that if the eastern Pakistan shall remain disturbed, then it is affecting the India also. And you see that India is sharing a largest boundary with the Bangladesh. Even the India-Bangladesh boundary is more longer than the India-China or the India-Pakistan boundary. So if the Bangladesh shall remain disturbed, and if the Hindu will aggregate to our country, then there will be the problem actually. The India is not in capacity to accommodate all those Hindus in northeastern states or the West Bengal. So India should take a strong action against the Bangladesh, and India should raise the issue at an international platform, and even the regional platform like Spark and some other platforms in India.
For more such videos, subscribe to the NewsX YouTube channel, hit the bell icon.